YouTuber user BT3701 made a video, well, he copied the footage from an advertisement, on what he believes a transitional should look like. It's a response to a video that I did, which itself was a response to Godfmtv's ludicrous challenge to go out into the garden and prove evolution with a camera. Alas, all he has done is exhibit the same woeful ignorance of evolution and what a transitional should actually be. Just as this bloke did, who has become a national, nay, international joke. While discussing this matter, you'll be watching some more footage from my garden of a bee being cruelly enveloped in silk and slowly killed by a spider. Notice how the bee, such a beautiful and useful organism, vainly struggles. Ask yourself, what sort of benevolent creator would expend so much effort and design on such needless cruelty on such insignificant creatures, when man, its pinnacle of creation, is beset with so many design flaws? Worth thinking about. Now, the thing is, such creatures as featured in BT3701's video would be hybrids of two distinctly differing lineages and not transitionals between groups of animals. Indeed, if such creatures did exist, it would be one of the most powerful falsifications against evolution imaginable, because we would see changes happen before our very eyes at phenomenal rates. For me, the only possible way such animals could exist is by defying the laws of nature, and that could only be achieved by a supernatural creator. So, if such a creator existed, what a marvelous opportunity to prove its existence by showing that it can suspend the laws of nature by creating hybrids across widely varying lineages, such as the crocoduck or the fish dog. But do we ever see any such creatures created? We all know the answer. And what we really have here is yet another in the long list of spectacular creationist own goals. Well, that's enough about the woeful inadequacies of creationism. How about evolution? Can we find any transitionals? Well, of course, thousand-year-old processes occurring at molecular level cannot possibly be observed in a camera snapshot, but we can look at the historical evidence along the geological timeline. I know. How about a fish that has evolved the ability to use its fins as legs and that has the capacity to breathe out of water? How about this? No, that won't do. Creationists don't do historic evidence, no matter how convincing, because they will shift the goalposts and demand to see something actually living. Well, maybe this fits the bill nicely. No hybrid here. Just a creature that obviously is a fish and on its way to transitioning onto land. Other walking fish, such as the handfish, exhibit clear digits. If this is not living evidence, then could any creationist please clarify what they want as evidence? So, having addressed the challenge, here's one for you, BT3701, and for you, Godfmtv. Wasn't it your very own Jesus who said that believers can pray for whatever they want and it will be done? Even mountains can be moved. Now, since you are believers, and I'm sure you are desperate to save my soul, why don't you, as sincere believers, personally pray to Jesus to create one of your naturally impossible hybrids before my very eyes in my garden? After all, God can do anything, right? And is desperate to give me salvation because he loves me and is merciful, right? In fact, come to think of it, even one of these will do. Eat the fruit, bitch. Or this. That's the third time you've hit me. Which reminds me, why have no creation scientists, creation scientists, ever discovered the redundant talking gene in the snake or the donkey? Oh yeah, I forgot. Creationists don't do scientific experiments. They just comment on the work of others from the comfort of their armchairs while wearing a white lab coat. So, show me that in this age of space exploration and of information, that it is realistic for grown adults to believe in talking animals. P.S. Could you be so kind as to ask God not to action any of this while during one of those horrendous showers we've been having? Thank you kindly.